Gentlemen, welcome back to Spec Network. Today we have a very simple but versatile and helpful tool that I made. So what we have here is a Planet Eclipse on-off ASA. Nothing fancy, it's from the 2005 Ego. You can do this with pretty much any on-off ASA. Even if it's a not on-off ASA, I think you could do it. I don't really know. But all you're going to want to do is buy a gauge off Amazon. This is a 0 to 1000 PSI gauge. I believe it's 1/8 inch or a 1/4 inch NPT fitting for almost every single ASA out there. Don't quote me on that, but I know it's an NPT. You can just look up Macroline ASA fitting size. It's NPT, it's either a 1/4 or an 1/8, I can't remember right now. But we're going to show you how it works. It's super simple. You just want to take out your Macroline fitting, put this back in there with a little Teflon tape, anything that's going to keep that air seal, and screw it on. So what it does is tells me how much my regulator on my tank is outputting in PSI. So give me a second to screw this on here. So the Ninja Pro regulators are adjustable like most regulators out there, and you put it on, simple as that. I have this one de-shimmed completely, so it sits at 400 PSI. So that's sitting at 400 PSI, which is right where I want it, which tells me that my regulator is not creeping, it does not need a rebuild, it's outputting the correct pressure that I need it to have. So this tank right here, I've never touched the internals to. I actually have no idea what it's sitting at, and we're gonna test it. Because this way, if I'm gonna use a low pressure gun, but with a tank that I don't know what the regulator's outputting, I can degas it, go through and adjust it. So this one is sitting at 600. So just about 600 PSI, and if I wanna put this on a low pressure poppet G6R or something, I'm gonna blow a lot of seals because those should sit at 300. LP guns, like a G6R with a low pressure poppet, need to have a SLP regulator. And even if you have an SLP regulator, owning this would be a great thing to have, because Ninja regs are notorious for actually creeping up and needing rebuilds. So you have a 300 PSI reg, great, awesome. You've had it for 5 years. You put this on there, it's reading 800 PSI. Why the hell is that? Because you need to rebuild your regulator. So basically a super simple tool that anyone can make at home with a little bit of Teflon tape, a gauge, and an old ASA. And that's all there is to it.